coming up next.
Something about you. Yeah. No. No. No, 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 no. I don't think I can do the rest of this. Oh. Hey. Hey, y'all. It's been a little bit of a minute, like a month or so maybe. And I thought we might, oh God. I thought we should start it off right with a little campfire going. Today's video, we are going to be doing something new on this channel. I sent 9 Google Forms to people I had a crush on. 9 girls, 1 boy. And before we get any farther in this video, I would say I did get this video idea from Debs. I'll put her video right there. You should go definitely check that out because it's so funny. She's an amazing content creator. And yeah.
Okay, love you guys. Don't forget to smile.
Let's get straight into it. First.
Hey chat, so I forgot to mention this before, but in this video I will be having, not code names, basically nicknames for each person. And these are the nicknames right here with their picture. I just didn't explain that in the video, so I feel like I'd explain it now. Yeah. Don't forget to smile.
So, as it says right here, if you're reading this, I had a crush on you, and the questions are, what is your name? Did you know I liked you? If you knew, were you able to tell? Did you ever like me? Rate my physical attractiveness. And that's from you're hot, you're sexy, handsome, cute, not my type, but we cool. Rate my personality, which is 1, which is roach. 10, which is hella funny. First impression of me is, yeah, what's your first impression of me? For some of them I did something that annoys you about me, for some of them I didn't. Distinct memory of me, I think I'm using that word right. And how awkward was this? And then any last words. So let's get straight into it. Let's start off with... So first off, we're gonna be starting out with the no label with blue hair. No, I don't like it. Fuck it. We're gonna call her Rakaya, because that's her real name. That's Miss Rakaya J. So Rakaya said, I said, did you know that I liked you? She said, other. No, I literally just found out right now. And then I said, if you knew how, were you able to tell? She said she didn't know, LMAO. And I said, did you ever like me? And she said, thought you were cute.
Bullshit!
I said, rate my physical attractiveness. She says, handsome. I said, rate my personality. She says, 10 out of 10. Love you. Hella funny. She said, first impression of me. You were annoying in 5th grade, but when we started hanging out last year, I really enjoyed your presence. This is my best friend, y'all. A distinct memory with me laughing with Rihanna in a ditch. Rihanna is another one of our close friends. And I said, how awkward was this? And she said, not awkward at all. And I said, any last words? And she goes, eh. This is so sweet, because this is literally my best friend. And I feel like when she's gonna see this, she's gonna be like, what the fuck? This was from like 4 years ago. Why are you gonna make a video about it right now? I'm gonna be like, oh, I procrastinate. Alright, so the next one we're going on to, Minion Lover 69. I said, did you know that I liked you? She said, other. I was really blunt, or you told your entire trash drama, whatever. And she said she wasn't able to tell. So did you ever like me? No. Said, rate my physical attractiveness. And she said, why would you put other? Like, I could literally say that you're ugly and it would be your fault.
Why would she say that?
So you're gonna answer the question or not. Don't be trifling. But like, what's your answer though? Is it ugly? Be real. I said, rate my personality a 9 out of 10. I'll take a 9. First impression of me, a little creepy but cool. Yeah, I feel like back then, in my middle school era, it was a little bit creepy, a little bit weird, a little distinct memory with me, watching you perform, listening if you want to get technically of it. We actually did the musical together in 7th grade, and she did amazing. She was, I don't know if you've seen Cinderella, the one with Whitney Houston and Brandy, but Minnie Lover 69 and Rakaya was Brandy, and then Minnie Lover 69 was in fact Fairy Godmother, and they did Impossible. Such a great song, by the way. And if you can hear my voice some little raspy, a little monotone than usual, I am sick-ish right now. And I said, how awkward was this? She said, not awkward at all. And I said, any last words? Why did I actually fill this out? And the next one we have Trash Water. And I'm calling her Trash Water because I think this was like 6th, 7th grade. We were at the lunch tables together and I was taking out the trash for my class. And I may have accidentally poured all the trash water on top of her. And like she was about to kill me. And I was literally banging on the door, begging for somebody to let me inside because like sooner or later I was about to get my ass beat. And that was not about to happen, I'm telling you that right now. I said, did you know that I liked you? She said, kinda. I said, if you knew, how were you able to tell? She said, people told me, but I don't really remember. I said, did you ever like me? She said, no. Said, rate my physical attractiveness. I said, not my type, but we're cool. I said, rate my personality. She said, 7 out of 10. I said, first impression of me. She says, don't remember, but my overall impression was that I was funny, but I didn't know when to quit. This was around middle school time, so yeah, I give her that much. Yeah. And I said, distinct memory with me. You threw the trash water on me, which was an accident, by the way, if you're watching this. I did not do that on purpose. And I said, how awkward was this? She said, not awkward at all. And I said, do you have any last words? And she said, do not die. Well, thank you for that trash water. That was very inspiring for that last one. Then next we have Miss All About Me. And I say this, her name is Miss All About Me because that was literally... Anyways, this is Miss All About Me, and I say Miss All About Me because around our school year, around that time, that was kind of like my nickname for her because she literally everything had to be about her, and it was kind of annoying. But I kind of said, did you know that I liked you? She said, no. I said, if you knew, I were able to tell? She says, no. I said, did you ever like me? She said, rather not say, mind your damn business. She says, not my type, but we cool. I said, rate my personality, 6 out of 10. First impression, man. Thought your cousin was cute. How was that your first impression of me? Seems like the first impression of my cousin. It doesn't really add up here, but I digress. Said, distinct memory with me, the mall. We did go to the mall together a lot during this time. Said, how awkward was this? She said, I don't care. Said, any last words? She said, crying face emoji. Fun. And number 5 is the worst one of them all. Miss Perfect. Mrs. Perfect, whatever you want to say. And a little backstory on Mrs. Perfect. Too many people follow me from that old school, so I don't really want to give too much backstory, but my relationship with her was kind of like if you know WWE terms, then I'd say my relationship with her was like a Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn type of shit, you know what I mean? Said, did you know that I liked you? I said, yes. And she said, yes. I said, if you knew, how were you able to tell? She said, because you told me the butt. I said, did you ever like me? She said, yes. I knew this. I said, rate my physical attractiveness. She's like, you're cute on the outside, but ugly on the inside.
Oh.
I said, rate my personality. She said, 4 out of 10. First impression of me, she said, I don't know. I thought you were cute. You could set me up with your cousin. I get the cousin. Why is this the first impression of me? That's not your impression of me. That's the impression of my cousin. What are we doing? Whatever. It's a distinct memory with me when I used to ask you random deep questions in text. I'm a therapist, y'all. What can I say? What can I say? I'm a therapist. I said, how awkward is this? She says, not my fave. And I said, any last words? And this trifling person said, you're gay. I support you. Be who you are for your pride. Next one we're getting into is more recent. And the first one we're starting out with is Miss Thickums. Okay, Miss Thickums. That's the name because honestly, this was like freshman year and she was such a baddie. Like, that was my best friend too, and she's such a baddie still, till this day. Ooh. I said, did you know that I liked you? She said, kinda. I said, if you knew, how are you able to tell? And she said, because you would be very blunt and tell me, but it was also somewhat secret. I said, did you ever like me? She said, I would flirt back, but no, baby, I love you. No worries, I love you too. That's twin right there, that's twin. That's fine, okay, that's twin. Actually, the nickname should be, instead of Miss Thickums, it should be Chris. Because if you know, you know. You know. That's what we're changing it to. This is Chris now. I said, rate my physical attractiveness. She said, handsome. I said, rate my personality. 10 out of 10. Another 10 on the board. Yes, sir. I said, first impression of me, you are so funny and sassy. Something that annoys about me, nada. Love you for that. Because there's really nothing that I do that's annoying. If we could be really honest with ourselves here. Said, distinct memory with me. I said, us fighting at PE and getting my ass beat, but I had nails on too, so I'm still waiting for that fade, ho, because you can pull up any time, because now I live closer to you. I will pull up to your school, you can pull up to my school, you can get that fade any time, because who you calling a hoe? Because I know I'm not a hoe. So, run it back. I'm totally done. I'm fine. Run it back. Yeah, I got your ass beat live TV. Said, how awkward was this? She says, I do not care. Said, any last words? She says, I love you too. And she says, miss you, and how you too. I miss you too, love. And the next one we have is Great America. Because we met at a Friendsgiving, I think it was like 2022? No, 2023. Yeah. The N-word. And she heard it, and that's like when I first started liking her. And then I didn't see her again until we went to Great America in like, I want to say July, summer 2024. And then that lasted all the way to like August of last year too. So, no, it was June 2024. Yeah. So that's the backstory of that. This is one of my best friends though, now, still to this day. If you're watching this, I love you. So what is your name? This is Great America. I said, did you know that I liked you? She said, no. So did you ever like me? She said, no, never liked that, but I do love you, family-wise. I'll take it. Said, rate my physical attractiveness. She says, I'm sexy. I knew that. Said, rate my personality. She says, 10 out of 10 all across the boards. It's been 10, 10, 10, 10, 4, 10, 10, 10. Let them know. Said, what first impression of me was, she said, who the hell is this hyper ass man in church saying this whack ass stuff? Like I said before, the N-word in church. I know, wild. Said, something that annoys you about me? She said, I don't know, you don't annoy me. Said, distinct memory with me, and she said, you twerking at GA and he was hyped at y'all. Bro, I don't remember that. Actually, that never happened, so I don't know what you're talking about. That never happened. I was chill and nonchalant, and I was probably getting sturdy, but like, so how awkward is this? She says, I do not care. Said, any last words? She says, of course you like me because I'm such a baddie. She actually is such a baddie, bro. Like 10 out of 10. Looks, personality-wise, looks, personality-wise, mentally-wise, like, this is a bad bitch all across the board. Let them know. And for the next one, we have Lesbo, WLW. And the reason for this is because this was like ending of 2023, October, August, August. Yeah. August, September, around that time. Where we first met. I thought she was really pretty. Later found out that yeah, my daughter was not the best at the time. I said, did you know that I liked you? She said, no. I said, you like me? She said, well, English, please. Said, rate my physical attractiveness, and she says, I'm hot. And I said, rate my personality. Another 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Perfect 10. What can I say? What can I say? Said, first impression of me, loud little freshman. She was around a junior at the time I was a freshman. So I got the freshman nickname for a minute. Still trying to get rid of that. Not working. Said, something that annoys you about me. She said, I'm a messy eater. We were eating, I think it was a Chick-fil-A. Not Chick-fil-A, because it was definitely not Chick-fil-A, because the school we went to, they was not getting no Chick-fil-A for lunch. It was some chicken sandwich, and I had like mayonnaise, and I bit into the mayonnaise and I squirted it all over her, and it looked very weird. So yeah, very sorry about that. I'm also a messy eater in general, so yeah. It's a distinct memory with me ripping your pants at practice or twerking in the GA lines. You already heard the last part, so ripping your pants at practice. For my other friend, Alyssa's 16, we danced to, what was it? Princess and the Frog's You Best Thing I Never Knew I Needed. And during practice, when I was trying to pick her up and I like bent down, like my whole pants is, and I had to wear like a robe underneath that. Then come to find out, not find out, but come next day of the actual 16, tell me why I'm in the middle of the dance floor and the pants rip again, bro. What? I don't even understand how that happened. Then I said, how awkward was this? She says, I don't care. And she says, any last words for the audience? And she says, love you, Easy. Okay, y'all. We're getting to the last one. And this last one, I had to read through a little bit just in case said anything really, really trifling. And they in fact did. And so, what is your name? Strawberry. Said, did you know that I liked you? Said, yes. Said, if you knew, how were you able to tell? Something about you said, yeah. No. I think that might have to be it. No, we got it. Okay. I'm just not gonna read that last part, but something about you saying you'll me instead, like, bro. I gotta announce that to the whole world now. Said, did you ever like me? Said, rather not say, mind your damn business. Oh, I know the answer. Oh, I know the answer. Said, rate my physical attractiveness, not my type, but we cool.
Bullshit!
Okay, take that. I'm honest. Said, rate my personality, 9 out of 10. Why didn't I get the 10? Why are you trying to be different? Trifling! You're trifling! Like I just texted you earlier, you're trifling! You're actually trifling! Anyways, first impression of me, tall twink. Something that annoys you about me, twink. I hate this man. I hate him so much. Oh my god. I'm like twitching at the sight of having to read this out loud. How awkward is this? He said, I don't care. And then any last words for the people watching at home? Tall black twink. Fade immediately, because why do we feel the need to say this? Because I'm not a twink. No. Don't ever call me that word ever again, because that's not me. That's not me. Like, actually, like, I'm tired of these allegations on my name, because that's not me. Do I look like it? Don't answer that. Don't answer that, actually. Please don't answer that. But those are all the forms I sent out that people actually responded to. If you're watching this video and you didn't respond to the form so I can do a part 2 and get more views and hopefully get money. Because what are we really doing this for if it's not for some money? But anyways, I'd say overall, this gave me a bit of closure, honestly. Just knowing how everybody felt. And I think I got like, what, 3 I like you backs on the top of the board? Maybe 4? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna call this a win. And there's 10s in personality all around. And my physical attractiveness was hot, sexy, cool, smart, so. Ooh! Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Deuces!